Hey everyone, it's Pastor Paul Krampitz. I'm coming to you from my study here at Bethany Lutheran Church in Cromwell, Connecticut. And I want to show you something that it might seem a little odd to you. It's something that I found at Camp Calumet years before I became a pastor. I was attending Camp Calumet as a layperson helping out with a confirmation class. And they were doing what are called wide games. So if you've never been to Calumet, a wide game is an outdoor activity. And very often there are different stations. So groups of youth go from one station to another and they're engaged in an activity. And I was leading some station. I've forgotten now which one it was. And in the time that I was waiting for one group of youth to come, and I just had some free time, I found a stick on the ground, and I picked it up. I happened to have a pocket knife on me, so I started whittling away at the stick and took all the bark off it, and I discovered this. I don't know if you can see it, but it is a little heart-shaped knot. This little shape of the heart wasn't visible to me until I had the opportunity to whittle away and to kind of uncover what was underneath it. And I've always thought that was a great lesson. One lesson is that we don't judge a book by its cover, right? That outward appearances can be deceiving, and that underneath can be something really lovely. What appears ordinary can be, in fact, very beautiful. The other lesson that I always think about when I look at this little this little stick is that God's love is everywhere. That heart symbolizing love that we can discover in the most unlikely of places, right? God's love always there. It just takes the eyes of faith to see the presence of that love. I think the most unlikely place that we can look for God's love now is in this time of pandemic, as we are all in our homes. And yet I believe that God's love is perhaps most deeply present now in this time, wherever we find ourselves, in our homes. We might need to scrape away a little bit at our daily routine, but if we look carefully enough, we can discover ways that God's love is being made known in our own lives and in the wider community. Think of all the positive things that have been happening lately, these mask giveaways, the outpouring of donations of food and money. I think of the way that our healthcare workers, store employees, delivery personnel, first responders, all of these people selflessly working, putting themselves in many instances at great risk for us. They do that, I believe, out of a sense not only of duty, but of love for their fellow human being. We, too, can be wonderful examples, ambassadors of God's love, doing very ordinary things. So I'd urge you during this time when people might be feeling isolated to take a few minutes out of your day to make a phone call, to send an email. Perhaps if you have postcards at home, you might send a postcard, but just check in with the people around you, not just family and friends, but neighbors. A kind word to someone if you are out and about, a word of thank you to your mail carrier if you see your mail being delivered, to the person who is ringing you out at the grocery store. Just a word of thanks and appreciation is a simple yet profound way to share God's love, which is what we are all called to do. So where are the twigs with hidden signs of God's love in your life? You'll have to let me know. Until next time, this is Pastor Paul saying goodbye and God bless.